Today, we're talking with Trevor Gillman, MD of David Bailey Furniture Systems. 2020 marks two key milestones: 30 years at David Bailey and celebrating his 60th birthday. Congratulations, Trevor. 2 celebrations in 1 year. You must feel proud of your tenure at David Bailey. Looking back over 30 years, what stands out as the major changes you've seen?
There have been so many changes, but I think one of the key factors that stands out is the success of increasing the size of the company. The capacity of the factory had quadrupled to the point that we achieved our first £1 million order in 2008, when we supplied furniture to the Queen Alexandra Hospital in Portsmouth.
That's a major achievement. How does that compare to the healthcare orders that you inherited when you joined?
Well, there wasn't any previous healthcare orders. When I first joined David Bailey's, we were a domestic kitchen manufacturer. The following year, I was appointed managing director to develop the healthcare market. So the changes have been very significant, from winning our first healthcare order in 1992, which was a £70,000 contract at the Royal Marsden Hospital in Fulham. In just over a decade, we went from 70,000 to 1 million order value.
A decade to remember. But looking back, that's just one of the areas where there have been changes at the company.
Yes, that's right. With the focus on healthcare and the increase in contracts, we had to increase the factory size, which in 1995 we more than doubled. We also had to increase our equipment investment with the latest CNC machinery, which enabled us to cope with the increase in revenue. Increasing the office personnel was also very significant. I remember back in 1992, I would carry out the quotations, complete the order processing, go to the meetings and organise the work on site. Now, however, there are dedicated teams carrying out these duties.
Having seen the healthcare side of the business increase, did that change any other areas of the business?
Yes, healthcare, like any market, is subject to influences and financing, especially in the NHS. Our success in this market enabled us to expand and look at other markets. And in 2003, we introduced our education range, which soon became part of the business, with universities and schools adopting our range. We also modified the healthcare range to adapt to veterinary surgeries and have been successful across the country in this sector as well. Animals need the same high levels of care as we see in hospitals.
Have there been any memorable experiences that have inspired your time at the business?
Yes, several. In 1999, we carried out our first PFI contract for Carillion at Darren Valley Hospital, which became one of many Carillion contracts. We also installed large amounts of furniture at Great Ormond Street and both Bristol and Birmingham Children's Hospitals, which appeared on BBC One's Children's Hospital documentary. All of these contracts are very satisfying. We were also asked to supply the healthcare furniture and reception counters for ITV's Monroe, which we got to see the furniture on set during filming with James Nesbitt, which was an interesting departure from our normal contracts.
Enjoying the celebrity life with David Bailey. Were there other encounters?
Yeah, I also met Prince Charles at the opening of the new hospital development at QEQM Hospital in Margate, where we provided the healthcare furniture. And I remember the police and his security guards running around frantically when the fire alarms in the building went off, only to discover the cause was a boiling kettle for making the police a cup of tea.
Celebrating your 60th birthday this year, you must also have seen some personal milestones.
Well, yes, I managed to fit in a full personal life around David Bailey's, and in 2004 I remarried, and the following year saw the birth of my twins. Along with the birth of my other children, without doubt the proudest moments of my life.
What have been the greatest successes you've achieved?
Probably securing the major contract that we have been involved with, such as the £1.8 million contract with Carillion for the new Southmead Hospital in Bristol, and the major order that we have just secured in 2019 with Bouygues UK at the UCL Hospital.
Looking forward, what's in store for David Bailey?
Well, over the past few years, ownership of the company has changed. In 2016, I became the majority shareholder, and in 2018, sole shareholder with 100% ownership. This enables me to closely manage the expansion of the business in line with my vision and goals, something that I'm very excited about.
After this quick recap of your life at home and at David Bailey, I'm sure there's lots more anecdotes. But if you had one tip you could pass on to would-be entrepreneurs, what would it be?
I would go with your gut feeling and believe in your instinct, and don't be afraid to try new things. This is something that I have always done, and in most cases seems to have worked out.